He's probably going to play on Sundays. I got a feeling the way he moves and the way he hits. He loves the contact. Tigers got back. That was Marvin Thomas, and now they've got whistles everywhere. I thought that he got back before the ball was snapped. We'll have to wait and see. Instead of second down and 8, it may be second down and 3. No. Movement by Tulane's front line.
The jump forced the false start by Tulane there. And Rip Shearer looking around, and he's got to be happy, though, Dave. The Tigers, again, as I talked about, are moving the football on offense, and that's something they really haven't done consistently all year. Again, a few little mistakes.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what he's got to be concerned about now is he had a third down and about a yard, and with 2 plays, your offensive line couldn't move the Tulane defensive line back enough to pick it up. You just got to make those plays to win games. There's the numbers on King. He was 7 of 9, so he's missed his last 3 attempts.
Tigers go to a man coverage. Let's see if Tulane will put it up.
He got by Marvin Thomas, and he got past the line of scrimmage to the 50. It'll set up third down and about 7. Another big third down conversion attempt for Schunke. His knee went down at the 49, so it'll set up a little longer play. They're 1 of 4 last we looked, Tulane was, in third down conversion.
Sean King wanting to throw the football, and then looks like almost a quarterback draw, if you want to call it that way. He looked downfield, nothing happening, tucks the football, and a nice gain for Tulane. Tigers are coming with a
they're coming with everybody. Thomas has him back at the 38-yard line. Marvin Thomas, who had 3 sacks against Louisville 2 weeks ago, now has 11 career sacks. So he's a couple behind Brian Barnett. Both have a shot at the record of 19 set by Marlon Brown.
Just not enough people on Tulane to block the Tigers, and you see the speed right there of Marvin Thomas coming across the field as King was going away from him to make the sack.
The junior from Warner Robins, Georgia, for Sean King to the sidelines. There's a good look at Marvin, 6'5", 244, and he actually may be bigger than that.
Looks like he and D'Artez going to the same barber, Dave. Kind of shiny on top of their heads there.
That, by the way, a loss of 9 yards, so it's 4th and 17. There's a minute 19 to go, so we'll see what Teven's defense can do and what Joe Borich and company have up their sleeve. Maybe Ryan Ross Kelly going back now, who needs 2 punt returns to become #1 all time. See if he can set them up, and if there's any magic, at least a field goal to take the lead and pick up some momentum going into the locker room.
And what a lift that would be with 1:19 left in this first half. And Ross Kelly, on this kind of field, you got to think sometime during this football game he's going to break a big gainer on the punt return.
Well, you know how some games last forever? First one game was 3.5 hours long or so, it seemed, this year. This game moving along about an hour old, and that's all. We've got a minute 19 left to go in the half. The punt by Lassane away. And Ross Kelly makes the catch. Did not call for a fair catch and then went to go for it, and there's a flag. And I'm not sure if he ran and they thought he was going to make a fair catch, or if they didn't give him the cushion. We'll have to wait and see. They'll confer, and then Tommy Taylor will tell us. It looks like it's against Tulane from the reaction by Alfonso Roundtree. Tommy, what is it? Yep. Interference. Tulane fans don't like it at all, but that's going to give the Tigers some.
See Buddy Tevens, he's upset about that call.
That'll move that ball to the 38-yard line, so some decent field position.
Tigers might have gotten a break on that call.
Yeah, I think they did. And they got to get the ball about 32 yards.
Let's see if they can put some points before halftime, though.
Minute 10, so that's all I've got to work with. They've got 1 timeout left. That's it. And it's a draw play to Spalding, and Spalding's got the first down at midfield. That'll stop the clock while they move the chains. A minute 4 now. They'll stop it, and they'll move it as soon as everybody's set, and Borich and company ready. He is from the shotgun. Spalding well over 50 yards now, maybe close to 60. Oh, he moved. So did the wide receiver. Tigers get away with illegal procedure there, and there's a strike to the sideline dropped.
And there's a flag off.
I think that's a late flag that was due coming. Rip Shearer is calling upstairs. Did we move? Yeah, you did, Coach.
Tulane to the nickel back coverage under this last minute of this first half, and it's going to be tough to get the ball very far downfield against this defense. Tulane not rushing but 3 guys and dropping 6 or 7 in coverage.
Illegal motion, the official word from Tommy Taylor. 52 ticks left. It'll be first down. Now let's see if they decline it. It's either 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10 at the 50. Now they're going to move it. So instead of needing 20 yards to set up a field goal, they need 25. Borich will line up under center this time. Only 1 back, 3 wide receivers, 2 on the near side here. It's again the draw, and Spalding got killed that time, and Memphis will probably have to use a timeout with 45 ticks left on the clock. And they're not going to. I guess they're going to save that for the field goal. Borich has some time, and he's got a man. The catch is made by Ernest Kiefer, and he got out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 27 seconds left on the clock. Kiefer has become Borich's favorite receiver in the last 3 weeks after he didn't catch a pass in the first few games.
Tigers pick on the freshman right here and take advantage of it. Watch the play by Kiefer as the defensive back Carr fell down for Tulane, but he had poor coverage on that play, way too far off of the Tiger receiver Ernest Kiefer.
Where you are right now, it's a 52-yard field goal, and to be honest with you, we saw Paramore practice, and he was kicking him 52, and he had 4 or 5 yards to spare in practice, so we'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, Borich better get rid of it, and he does, and he threw it away. He was looking for Chancey Carr. There was terrific coverage out there by Telius Carr, so a couple of cars rolling along, and the wise play by the hitchhiking Joe Borich was to let him go.
Had to get rid of it. Dwight Jones, the big defensive end, came in, was crashing on Borich. He just had to get rid of it and actually threw it away to give the Tigers another chance with 21 seconds left in this half. And it's only 2nd down, so Dave, a chance to get the ball closer for the 3-point opportunity.
Well, you notice they're playing Brant Ackley in a lot tonight. Senior getting his due. Borich on the option. Borich out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So that does the job nicely to really get closer to that field goal. That was a nice pickup of about 7 yards for Joe on that play. He's already run for a touchdown tonight, doing the job on the ground. But he's pretending he's Anderson and Oden.
And ran the play of the short side of the field to go out of bounds, which is a good play to save some time on the clock.
Tigers still have that 1 timeout, and now they're well within Paramore range. Again, 1 back and 3 wideouts, plus a tight end in this formation. And Borich got killed as he let it go. They're saying that's a fumble. And that ball's still loose, and the Tigers regain it with 6 seconds left. The clock stopped with 5 seconds left. Oh, what a bad break.
Tulane with a corner
miserable
blitz.
break. Yep.
The corner blitz that time. Alfonso Roundtree came in to knock the football away from Joe Borich, and Roundtree, Dave, you see, is down near the middle of the field.
Well, he tried to lateral it back to Jeff Dean. And the defensive end said, hey, I don't know what to do with this thing.
If you're going to have the corner blitz, you got to come quickly. And look how fast Roundtree came in, and what a lick he put on Borich.
Well, he did. And then as Dean tried to get it back, saving the day for the Tigers was Davis Marsh, the senior from Christian Brothers, the swimmer. And Davis Marsh is a great
stroke there.
Yeah, it sure was.
Football.
I mean, that's a great story. He still amazes me. Never played high school football. Was a swimmer. Comes here and he's starting or getting a lot of playing time. Has started several times this year as a senior. Alfonso Roundtree is okay, thank goodness. Just a freshman from Bradenton, Florida. And now there's 1 play left for the Tigers. It's 1st and 10 from the Tulane 49-yard line. So the Hail Mary right now.
And
that's
you
all
say it, Hail
Borich has
Mary,
left.
yes.
Well, they threw opportunities away. They could have been up by a point twice in this game. Opted to try on a 4th down. Here's Borich with a big rush. Got some time and now throws the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and that's the last play of the half. Interesting, the Tigers had an opportunity twice, really, to take a 9-8 lead, could not, but they really dominated Tulane since their first possession. The Green Wave took the opening kickoff and marched the ball down 84 yards, faked the extra point, and ran it in to make it 8-0. The Tigers answered with a nice run of their own, and they really have dominated, but they trail at the break 8-6.
July 8th, 1947, something crash-landed in Roswell, New Mexico. 48 years later, the impact is still being felt.
I know what I saw, and it was not from this world.
Was it an extraterrestrial?
I saw the bodies.
Was there a military conspiracy?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The hell you don't.
If you saw Alien Autopsy on Fox, you already know the questions.
You have nothing.
Now, UPN has the answers. Roswell, the UFO cover-up.
Monday night at 7 on UPN 30.
Let's roll!
Come on, baby, let the 2 times roll. Come on, baby, let the 2 times roll.
It's a very difficult skill to master. You might want to practice on a spare piece of wood. Right. That's good advice. I'll give you more good advice. Always think safety when working with a spinning lathe. You notice I didn't wear a necktie. We got a lot of letters about this. You want nothing hanging out and no loose clothing. Possibility.
Home Improvement, weeknights at 6:30 on UPN 30.
For over 100 years, Binswanger has gotten a lot of breaks. And we've always made the best of them. So come on, give us a break.
I want to know what you think. I believe we made our great tasting brown hot dog even better. It's beefier now, juicy, spiced just the way you like it. In fact, I don't think you'll find a better tasting hot dog anywhere. But I want to know what you think. So try our new Bryan Juicy Jumbos and give me a call. Let me know if you like our new Juicy Jumbos as much as I do.
Welcome back to the Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana, the 67th homecoming for the Tulane Green Wave, and they lead the Tigers by 2 at the half. Hi again, everybody. Hi atop the Super Bowl, the Superdome, I should say. I'm Dave Beloshin along with Matt Dillon. The game did not start out like you would like if you were a Tiger fan. 84-yard drive by Tulane, but since then, it's been all Memphis just about, man.
It certainly has, and the Tigers have moved the ball on offense tonight, which is very impressive. The off week looks like it's helped the Tigers, especially on the offensive side of the football, and just some mental mistakes, Dave, have really been the difference in the Tigers putting some more points on the board.
Offensive line has done a good job for the most part, except for a critical time. They had the ball 3rd down and 1, down in Tulane territory where you could have kicked a field goal, and they had 2 shots at it, and that's really the difference in this game right now. Tulane's defensive line stuck the Tigers.
They certainly did. We talked about the defensive line of Tulane. They play a lot of people. They keep a lot of fresh troops in the football game, but if you're going to move the football, you have to make short yardage, especially when you got 2 cracks and 1 yard to go.
If you're looking for the positives, though, you got to look at a few players. You got to look at Joe Borich, who has good numbers. One time, he was about 6 of 8 tonight. We'll see his numbers a little later in this halftime. You got to look at Quitman Spalding, who's near 60 yards at least in this first half on the ground, and the Tigers have not had a 100-yard rusher yet this year. Ryan Ross Kelly has a couple of catches. One was critical in that drive that scored the touchdown, and Joel Pesky, who's made a big catch in that drive and who made a big play to strip Tulane after they'd made an interception.
Joel Pesky all over the field, and as we talked about, likes to catch the football. He likes Rib Shearer's offense, but what about the play he made to strip the football? The heads-up play to be downfield, to turn around and come back.
and make a play going all out. That's what you like to see, a guy like Peschke.
So it wasn't a good start for Memphis, but it was a decent finish. Although they should probably be ahead by a .98, they can live with 8-6 because I think Tulane's got to be sitting in that locker room wondering if they can stay with Memphis in the second half. We'll find out about that. We've got two interesting halftime guests coming your way here in just a bit. We'll start with the interim athletic director, Donald Carson, and then we'll finish with the faculty representative for the NCAA for the University of Memphis, Dr. Wilson Dietrich, and he'll tell us on the progress of finding a new AD. That all comes your way as we begin our halftime festivities here at the Superdome. It's again Tulane 8 and Memphis 6.
Colorful bunch of video game villains that ever walked off the screen. They're led by one sharp-dressed psycho called the Jackal, and every week they just keep coming, unless the guy who invented them can stop them. So who's next? Input data.
You mean there's a bad guy you don't know about?
It's the Practical Joker. Star Trek's Brett Spiner guest stars as a cyber pest with a deadly sense of humor. Hold on to your whoopee cushions for the next deadly games.
Tuesday night at 7 on UPN 30.
Get ready to shake.
No.
Oh, yes.
No, Sherry,
Rattle. And roll tape.
Ready, camera one, take.
This is the big one.
There seems to be another earthquake happening right now.
So what's LA's leading anchor doing handcuffed to his bed? You won't believe the aftershocks.
You need any help?
I'm fine.
On an all-new Live Shot.
Tuesday night at 8 on UPN 30.
A freak accident freezes Cisco in time.
No! Don't leave me!
Now his son begins a lifelong obsession
You're older than I am.
to save his father.
We're trying to rescue you. Let go, Jake.
But to bring him back to reality
They're being pulled into subspace.
could take Jake his entire life.
Jake, what's happened to you?
On an all-new episode of Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Saturday night at 10:30 on UPN 30.
On an all-new Babylon 5.
There's danger within!
A deep-cover Psy-Corps agent
Someone here is not what he or she appears.
is about to initiate their deadly program.
Exposing the coup means going up against some pretty big guns.
Our lives are on the line here.
Now it's up to Sheridan to stop the spy
Do you know who I am?
before the program destroys them all. On an all-new Babylon 5.
Saturday on UPN 30.
We welcome you back to New Orleans in the Superdome, and Tulane leaves at the break by 2, 8-6 over the Tigers. We welcome you back. Well, this is the Monday night booth here at the Superdome. It'd actually be the NBC booth with Marv Albert tomorrow. We're borrowing it tonight, but we're going to be 3 men in the booth right now. We are sandwiched around Dr. Donald Carson, the interim athletic director at the University of Memphis. I got to shake your hand, sir. You and Jack Pack and Bob Wynn and Dr. Lane Rollins and Bill Lofton, and I don't want to leave anybody out for what a super job of getting this broadcast on the air. You all read in the papers this week that this broadcast was in dire jeopardy, and the University of Memphis and Jack Peck, the GM of Channel 24 and Channel 30, did a great job of rallying the forces. I don't know how you guys did it and got this thing on.
Well, Dave, I'm a little surprised, too. I must confess that when I visited with the president Wednesday afternoon, he said, Don, let's televise that game this Saturday. I said, well, you know, Dr. Rollins, I don't much believe there's going to be time to do that. And I really told him a lot of reasons as to why I felt that was probably not a good idea. And he said, no, let's televise it. I went back Wednesday night to say, are you sure? He said, oh, yeah, let's go for it. It was a good decision. And what happened was a lot of people worked hard. We had a lot of advertisers who really stepped up and helped us out. We're really excited because we're going to televise all 4 remaining games live.
And I do want to point out, too, there's a couple of guys I missed who helped, and they helped in the sales part of it all. That's Bob Wynn, who is the main SID, and John Bowers, the marketing guy, who never really gets a kudos. So, John, you get a kudo tonight, and we thank you, too.
Yeah, John and Bill Langston and Randy Rowland, all of them really did an outstanding job. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. I think it's great for Tiger football. I think the president was determined determined that we were going to televise Tiger football. It's important to our program. We got a great coach. We got a lot of enthusiasm, and we think it's critical to make this commitment.
I think if there's one other lesson to be learned from all this confusion that we had earlier this week is that where there's a will, there's a way, and there is enough interest in doing all of the Tiger football games in the years to come.
I hope so. We intend to televise our football games in the next several years. We really feel like our program's ready to take off. And this exposure is critical, not only to the success of attracting fans, but for our recruiting efforts.
Dr. Carson, Conference USA, of course, starts next year, and really this is part of the commitment of the Tiger administration to really have big-time football.
Correct. We feel like Conference USA is the best thing that's happened to our football program. That and the alliance with the Liberty Bowl. Both of them are a tremendous boost to the program, and it comes at the right time. You know, with a new coach who probably has done as much to cultivate support for a program as you could ever ask. He's been excited. He's been energetic and aggressive and everything he's done, and I think that the football program's in good hands.
Of course, building a tradition, any conference, you got to like good trips, and this one of the best trips, and really a good contingent tonight of Tiger fans in the Superdome.
We got a lot of great fans here. All over New Orleans last night and today we saw Tiger fans. People like to come to New Orleans, and Tulane is just it's a great institution. It's a great rivalry, and Conference USA, in addition to football rivalry, of course, we got back those great basketball rivalries. So I think the future's a bright one.
Dr. Carson, I know you're having a good time as the athletic director, but are you getting ready to get rid of this thing and go back to your usual duties?
Well, perhaps Dr. Ziesler can explain that a little bit more. I think that the expectation is that we'll have an athletic director no later than January 1, perhaps earlier. I've enjoyed it. I think it's been good to have this exposure. You know, I think that I've been involved in athletics a long time. I've played college football, but it's never quite the same until you're involved in it on a day-to-day basis. You'll find out that it's a challenge.
Well, I know some of the people in the athletic department say that there's a perception across the university that it's the high life being in the athletic department, all these glamorous trips and watching games, but you found out there's a bunch of work involved, huh?
Oh, yeah, it's not all glamour. It's been tough. I must confess that perhaps we had a few more problems than I anticipated. I'm not sure that if he had asked me if I'd known I was involved, I might not have been so quick to say yes. But it's been fun, and it's been good to work with the president on this. The University of Memphis is very fortunate to have a president of the caliber of Lane Rollins, who not only is committed to the academic program, but understands the importance of a first-class intercollegiate program.
No doubt about it, and he saved the day this weekend, and we thank him for that for sure. Dr. Carson, we thank you for your duty as interim AD, and we'll find out how long you're going to keep this job. We got Wilson Dietrich, the faculty representative, coming up in just a moment. Stick around. Again, the score at halftime. Tulane up by a deuce, 8-6.
Thought about making pizza for my grandpa, and he didn't even cook. But he taught me always to do my best. So we use the best ingredients. We won't skimp. We use only fresh packed tomatoes for Papa John's sauce, like you'd find at the finest Italian restaurants, and real mozzarella cheese and lean meats. Grandpa was right. You've got to do your very best. It's that simple. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Closeout 95, kickoff 96. $10,390 for a new air-conditioned Mazda truck. $13,990 for a new Protege LX automatic loaded. $15,490 for a loaded new 626 LX.
Hi, I'm Rip Shearer, University of Memphis head football coach, inviting you to register at Homer Skelton Mazda for the Dash for Cash. The winner will receive tickets, parking passes, and 24 seconds to grab as much cash as possible. Let her rip.
Homer Skelton Autoplex.
If you're still trying to figure out what to watch tonight, we've got a couple of great suggestions. Tonight, make it a blockbuster night.
A terrifying accident brought Hatch Harrison to the brink of death. Now he's back. But he's not alone. Hideaway from Columbia TriStar Home Video, rated R.
A good way to tell the quality of a product is to see who uses it. Our new Mapco Express 93 octane super premium is another example of our commitment to quality. It's a gasoline that gives your car a winning edge. And it's made right here in Tennessee. So the next time you're looking for a pump to pull up to, remember who pulls up to ours. And like all our products, Mapco Express is guaranteed right every time.
Welcome back to New Orleans and the Superdome at halftime, 8-6. The Green Wave over the Tigers. It is homecoming here, the 67th homecoming. And so the court marches on to midfield. They're having a good time here at Tulane. They take it in the good spirit, and not a bad crowd really on hand. All told, we go from beauty to the faculty representative. Wilson Dietrich joins us now. We just talked with Dr. Carson, the interim AD, and I guess the first question we have to ask you, Doc, is how much longer is he going to have that job? When are you going to find somebody new?
I would say he should not look forward to it in 1996. Monday, we're having the national search firm, the president, executive vice president from Chicago come on campus. I'll have lunch with them. They'll meet with Dr. Rollins at 2, and then meet with the search committee at 3. So Monday's a very key day because they're coming here to get to know more about us and us to know more about them. And also, I'm hoping some time frames and some names are going to start being used very quickly.
Wilson, how long ago did you pick this group, and have they had contact with individuals? And I know you can't name names yet, but have there been some individuals and maybe some big name individuals that you really would be interested in that have contacted this group?
Yeah, it's, I guess about 3 weeks ago, David, we received 7 bids from around the country for this contract. Dr. Rollins and I selected 2. The 2 companies, one from Dallas and one from Chicago, flew in on separate days to the airport. We had airport interviews. The following Monday, then Dr. Rollins and I selected the Chicago firm. I know they have already begun. They are active. We have not been sitting around. There have been a lot of phone calls. There are a lot of people interested. I think now that people understand that this is a true open search and I don't have to fight the rumors anymore about a done deal, we're starting to get some activity. I think it's going to surprise some people. Some sitting ADs, Division 1A schools, football playing schools. I'm very optimistic. I obviously can't name names now, but I'm really, I'm just going to say I'm optimistic. I think we're going to do Memphis a good job.
I cannot blame you for picking a Chicago group. I can tell you that right off the bat. But when this is all done, just from what you've got now, not counting what you might pick up in the next couple of weeks, would you say that it was worth the wait? Because you've heard people say that waiting has hurt.
Well, waiting has hurt, and it's hurting right now in recruiting. I found out since I've been here in New Orleans that recruiters recruiting for schools not from Memphis are telling kids you can't go there. A new AD will come in 2 years, the football coach will be gone, you'll be playing for somebody else, which is a lie. But that's the nasty business of recruiting. It's definitely hurting. I do still support strongly the decision that was made by Dr. Rollins. We're going to end up with a top quality person and someone. See, I have deep interest in all sports, and I'm interested not only in the revenue generating sports, but the non-revenue sports, the lady athletics. We're looking for that kind of a rounded person who's not just coming here for 1 or 2 sports.
All right, so Monday is the key day, and then the time frame real quick.
Well, I would say by Christmas.
Not bad, by Christmas.
Yeah, don't ask me to bet any money, please.
I would not. Happy holidays to you. Let's hope Thanksgiving and Christmas come quickly. And we got to take a break. Wilson Dietrich, the faculty rep, that means he's the liaison between the school and the NCAA. Right now, it's all Tulane. Well, not too much. It's only by 2, but that's enough. They've got the lead at half.
There's nothing better than the char-broil flavor of a real backyard burger, especially when it's put together just the way you like it, with only the freshest down-home ingredients, like the spicy hot pepper sauce on our Ms. Grazi's Spicy Burger. Once you've tried it, you'll agree it's the best burger you've ever tasted. Right now, get a 1/3 pound Ms. Grazi burger for only $1.69 at Backyard Burgers.
Looking for a good, reliable companion to age gracefully with? Quality leather furniture, built to last a lifetime. Your natural choice. Ask the experts.
The pigs busting out all over
over the place. Now Piggly Wiggly is everywhere. More stores, more places to save big. No matter where you live, you'll always be near a Piggly Wiggly store. Double coupons every day, prices that can't be beat. The pigs busting out all over town.
I want to know what you think. I believe we made our great tasting brown hot dog even better. It's beefier now, juicier, spiced just the way you like it. In fact, I don't think you'll find a better tasting hot dog anywhere. But I want to know what you think. So try our new Brine Juicy Jumbos and give me a call. Let me know if you like our new Juicy Jumbos as much as I do.
Get ready to shake.
No.
Oh,
Not that. No, Sherry,
rattle, and roll tape.
Ready, camera one, take.
This is the big one.
There seems to be another earthquake happening right now.
So what's LA's leading anchor doing handcuffed to his bed? You won't believe the aftershocks.
You need any help?
I'm fine.
On an all-new Live Shot.
Tuesday night at 8.